Carolina, where the crowd is rocking in anticipation of the showdown we have in store. Today, a clash between a couple of ACC rivals in a game that could have big-time implications for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Virginia Cavaliers taking on the #1 team in the land, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Kick it away first. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. So Clemson's offense will have the first possession of the game. Here he comes, and any time this guy touches the ball, and he will touch it plenty, a bolt of electricity just goes through the stadium, David.
And they'll feature him. They'll give him the ball, like you said, a lot, early, often. And he's a guy that can make game-breaking plays. The offense is built around his ability to run the football, Jesse, make big plays for this offense.
Yeah, he really shoulders the load, right, in more ways than one. The offense goes as this guy goes. So it's going to be important in this one. They get him going early and often.
Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. And the Tigers in the hurry up. He's looking for an open man on second down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. Here comes Clemson with another first down. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. He's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Clemson.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They scored fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The returner will field it and bring it back. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Cavaliers offense will go to work for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Navigates that mass of bodies and gets 4 out to the 17. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. They tried to set up that screen. The problem was, David, they left a big hole in it for the tackle.
And just a great job by the defense. Like, that's a fool you play. That's a trick you play. It gets you to run upfield, rush the passer, slip it behind you. The defense did not bite. Great play. Great job stopping him on 3rd down.
And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground.
Nice run there on 1st down. You know this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
Running back searching for a hole. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Headed to the end zone.
coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Jimenez. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the game.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
That middle linebacker just wanted it more, man. He came right up the middle. He was able to beat and cross the offensive lineman's face and work his way to the QB.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. And the Cavaliers decide to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Running it back, it's Smith. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Deep shot for the end zone. And it's a touchdown. It is also a play in which there is a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So a little too much contact through the PI flag. They'll decline that one, and the touchdown stands. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. And the returner goes down. First down for this offense. From the gun, the ground game. Across the 25, he's got room. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. The Cavaliers come to the line in the hurry-up.
One of the things I love about these misdirection-type plays is that you can pull offensive linemen and get extra bodies at the point of attack. So you're setting yourself up with good angles if you execute it properly, David, and you saw it right there.
And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Jumped on top of the pile.
I think the OC would have been really happy with a small game and an easier 3rd down. How about the effort by the running back to get this close? He saw the first down marker, tried to get to it, got close enough now where it's an easy situation on 3rd down. And shoot, and I got 4th down in my pocket if I want to go for it.
And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. And the Cavaliers will send out the punt unit. And the return man will have no chance as the ball sails out of bounds. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Plenty of time as he fires it to the right. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And Clemson might just be rolling out another dude at quarterback. They've had 3 guys throw for more than 10,000 yards, including the great Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, and it feels like every year you're going, okay, yeah, that guy, he's next. He's next in line to be that dude because they do a good job with their QBs and finding them, recruiting them, and then developing them and really using their skill sets great. That's why Clemson had that stretch of such dominance.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And the extra point makes it 28-0.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. Maybe they learned something from their opening script of plays, David, but other than that, this has been an abject disaster.
And I think they learned what not to do. I mean, this has been an abject disaster. They haven't done anything right. Offense, defense. Farmer, this one's ugly, and it's still early.
Yeah, I'd normally say, well, it's first quarter, just don't worry about it, there's time, but
worry.
This is the worst start you possibly could have had. So they need to score a touchdown right here.
Quarterback on the keeper. At the 45 on his way. And he breaks into the open. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
Man, how about the quarterback? How about the athletic ability for this guy? He's so quick, so elusive, so fast, can make these big plays. And before you blink, he's 30-plus yards down the field, making your defense look silly.
Pulls it in. It's Thomas.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
He'll do it himself. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys.
Got enough space. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
And this is why defensive coordinators lose sleep at night, because guys like this have the football in their hand almost every single play. 3rd down, nothing open, he makes it happen himself.
He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Virginia.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Nothing but green ahead. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down. That big play flipped the field. Now they go to work from just outside the red zone. He's going to pass. He finds his man.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they
got some room, headed to the goal line. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant 1st quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Tiger. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They've clearly found that, dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Wants to throw. It's late. Unloads to the wideout. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete. The Cavaliers send out the punt unit. He gets a block. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why...
Time to take a shot. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Clemson! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. App State came away with the victory today, but not in dominant fashion. In fact, the folks in Boone had to sweat things out for much of the second half. Could have been better, but certainly could have been worse. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there.
Well, the tight end makes the catch. He just tries to do a little too much after it. He makes one guy miss, and at that point starts running backwards and ultimately ends up losing yards.
Well, after not getting a thing done on 1st down, it's 2nd and long from the 24. Here's the handoff. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26. Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's 3rd down now. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Burks. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. And the Cavaliers will snap it on 1st and 10. On the ground with the counter. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. They thought maybe they could get the defense flowing the wrong way on the counter, but they were not fooled.
Get them flowing one way and then maybe hit that outside on the other side, right? But they didn't even let it get outside. They kept it right.
The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him. I'm not positive, but that 1st down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Sends it downfield. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. The Cavaliers will try to pin them back with the punt. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offense approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. One man in the backfield, and he gets it.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Grabbed in the middle, it's Smith. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker.
Now, a 4th down.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Gets it out quickly. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. Offense about to reel off its 7th play of the drive. He leaves it with his back. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Clemson is quick to the line. The run from the shotgun. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Tiger! He's into his happy place, the end zone, and he's been very, very happy because he's been there regularly in the first half.
Yeah, most people are happy with several touchdowns in a season, but you just feed him and he keeps getting in the end zone, keeps piling up touchdowns. Those stats are just climbing up and up and up. Thank your offensive lineman. Take him out to dinner tonight.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
They'll give it to the back. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. On first down, here comes this offense. They're going to ride this running back. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter, the familiarity with everybody around you. You can only start this one time, so let's bring that energy, bring that momentum. Who wants to start the season off right?
Well, the ACC is a conference that feels like oftentimes it just goes down to the wire. And those games late in the season are the ones that really determine what happens. But you've got to set your...
He fires back across the field, and it's intercepted. Taking it the other way. At the 30. He's at the 10. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Clemson. Look, I know it's only the 2nd quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick-6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick-6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Scanning the field, it's late. And he left that one short, tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose. And the Cavaliers will bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. On the return, it's Smith. He only needs a sliver of daylight. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. A first down for the offense. Let's go! He's looking to throw it. Quick strike complete. At the 35, he's open. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
Looking to the big tight end. Incomplete, and man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception. Clemson jumps to the line. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. He makes a grab. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal. He'll just keep slinging it. Bought a little time, lets it go. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Jimenez. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two.
And that ball is picked off. Those kind of plays can be huge for momentum. Even with the short return, they're set up at the 45. First down here for the offense. They're going to open this drive with a pass. It's complete to the right. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. The Tigers will move the sticks. All the way down at the 33-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Got a man, it's Moffitt. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains, it's at the 22. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Fires deep toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Tigers!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
On the move from inside his 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here. We're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great option.
Defense was swarming around this quarterback, and he never had a chance to get it off. And down he goes, and we will head to halftime. Ready to start the second half, and Clemson will kick it away. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. First down here for the offense. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Running game worked on first down. Let's see if they go back to it on second down.
Brings up second down.
Looking to throw. It falls incomplete, and man, did they think they had that one set up, and it didn't quite work. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And it's been a long day. I mean, there's not much to point out that this offense has done well. They're behind huge, and they got no shot if they can't somehow find a way to protect their quarterback.
He's got great speed. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He will score! Touchdown, Clemson! A dynamic, explosive return. The sliver of daylight exploding through it, just vaporizing and reappearing on the other side and housing it.
And punt returners are so quick. You can play touch football in an elevator with them and lose. You can't even get your hand on those. So quick, so elusive. Does such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score the TD.
Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Right back to the well. Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
Second down coming up.
He'll pull it on the read. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
I don't think the quarterback made the right read on that play. I know they're asking a lot of this QB. He's got a lot to focus on with the pass game and all the different types of runs that they have in their playbook. But on that play there, that pre-snap look told me to hand it off.
Finds a man on the right. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. The Cavaliers are rolling down the field. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The corners are walked up tight. They'll try the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Linebackers have such an amazing responsibility. Got to play run, got to play pass. How about this? Seeing the run aggressively, getting downhill, and getting in the backfield and making a tackle for a loss.
Finds a little bit of room. Give him a couple down to the 23. From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that first down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throw into the end zone. It's picked off. Takes it the other way. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense. Line gets set, first down. They'll leave it with him. He showed it all there. A little looseness, a little power, and he's got the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Obliterates him, still on the move. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, and they'll have it 1st and goal.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
After getting knocked back, it's 2nd and goal from the 4. He's looking to throw. It's complete. Touchdown, Tiger. And the punishment has been extended.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They'll go to the ground. Just enough there to get it to the 25 and pick up a 2. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. They want to throw it. Just gets rid of it before the heat.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, you're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
Slips through the line. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath. Turn, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Tackle is made after a pickup of 6 down to the 19-yard line. The give to the back.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
Catch in the middle. It's Moffitt. Bounced off his feet. It's 4th down, and this offense is going to stay on the field and keep the kicker on the sidelines. Makes the catch. Just excellent coverage. Nowhere to go, and they don't come close to getting it in. The defense, a brick wall. The give to the back. A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Defense in press coverage. To the ground with the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Wow, what a big play by that defender. And how about the hit-stick tackle? Woo! That ball carrier's going to remember that.
Handoff to the lone back. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. And the Cavaliers will line up to punt it away. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. A fair catch is called for and made just across the 50-yard line. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Leaves it with the back. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, the inside give. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game, running the football.
They'll run it from the gun. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. Clemson ready to go back to work with another 1st down. From the gun, the give, looking for room. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big 1st down.
1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth-quarter comeback. Clemson set up with another first down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will.
I know the passing game sells, the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing, of course, this team had to bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game, running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that third and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a fourth down.
On fourth down, they'll run it, looking for the first. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. Poor starting field position here for this offense. Wants to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. After the misconnection, it's second down. He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Hill. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Looking to move it through the air. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. And the defense has got it in there trying to pick up some yards.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you've got to have 2 hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job with ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
This guy's been running hard all game long. In the fourth quarter now with that last run, he's now at 99 yards rushing. One more carry away from potentially reaching that 100-yard milestone that all running backs covet.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Sweet feet on the move. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
And you want to dominate the football game like these guys have all day. Dominate the line of scrimmage. You know, turn and hand the ball off to your running back. It's a good recipe. It makes every quarterback better. It makes every OC better. Just turn, hand the football off, especially when you're winning the ball game.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
And how good does that feel, right? You've got the lead in the fourth quarter. The defense knows you're going to try to run the ball to ice the game, and you rip off an 8-yard run. They know it's coming, and they still can't stop it.
They'll run it. They want to take their time here. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
The give to the tailback. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. Clemson is quick to the line. On fourth down, trying to keep the drive alive with the run here. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
Gotta love the physicality on fourth down and short. You know what's coming. They hand the football off to the running back. No secret, but he plays physical, gets behind his pads, and gets the first down.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
After getting knocked back, it's 2nd and goal from the 4. And they'll take a knee. With these last 2 plays, they've just taken this drive and thrown it right into the fire. Can they snatch it out on 3rd and goal? And the quarterback's just going to take a knee. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. This is what you're looking for when you have the better.